Hi, I'm Dan Shearer, editor of the Green Valley News and the Sahuarita Sun.
Hi, and I'm Kim Smith, one of Dan's reporters.
And Kim, we have been following since last summer, really, something that's been unfolding at Country Club Vistas I, and we just actually got wind of it in, I think, December. And there's a care home that's been proposed for the area. It would be housing hospice patients. It's right in the middle of a very quiet neighborhood. And long story short, the neighbors aren't really excited about it.
No, they're not. They have concerns about increased traffic, ambulances showing up at all hours of the day or night. They have security concerns about the narcotics that will be on the premises as well.
And there was a meeting on January 6th. About 50 people showed up, and it was, you were there, and it was loud.
It was very loud. So at this meeting, they expressed their concerns. They believe that their CC&Rs prohibit this kind of an enterprise in their neighborhood. And they were told that lawyers were consulted, and the lawyers concluded that the Fair Housing Act trumps any of their CC&Rs. They're not satisfied with that. They are seeking the opinion of other attorneys.
And let's be clear, it's a small group of people within that POA, HOA, who are seeking that. So it's not the POA that's going out and hiring a lawyer to overturn this.
Exactly. There were about 50 people at that initial meeting, and they've had a subsequent meeting in which about 20 folks were there. Coincidentally enough, the POA board that existed at the time this home was purchased, they are no longer on the board. 5 of the 6 folks resigned. They tell me that's just a coincidence, that there were issues with communication prior to this house being purchased, but they are no longer on the board. The folks who met most recently are also considering actually suing the HOA or the POA. Actually, it's a property owner association.
Okay, and you and I have been in this business a long time, and I have dealt with these issues before in other communities. It's kind of a NIMBY situation, not in my backyard, because everybody knows that we need these facilities, but people just don't want to put them in the middle of a quiet neighborhood. I have not seen a case where a neighborhood has prevailed in this when you're throwing everything legal at it. There have been cases where owners said, yeah, it's just not worth the trouble. If they don't want us here, we don't want to be here. So at this point, we have had a development in the case just this week.
So recently, we discovered that the folks who are upset about this assisted living home going in were suspicious that the owner had not taken out the necessary permits to convert this 4-bedroom, 3-bath house into an assisted living home. He's turning the double garage into bedrooms. As it turns out, the owner tells me that the folks who put in the fire suppression system did not take out the necessary permits. So the county issued a stop work order. I was told just today, in fact, that the necessary permit has been presented to the county. They are reviewing it. If everything goes forward smoothly, they will go ahead and lift that stop work order.
One of the owners is named Julian Meyer, and up to this point, he has been very communicative with us, either through email or texting or whatever. But now he's kind of dropped off the face of the earth. What are you hearing from him?
Well, he told me last week that there was a sudden death in his family, and he had to go out of town to take care of those matters. However, this week I've reached out via text and email and left a voicemail for him, and I have not yet heard back. One of the reasons I really want to catch up with him is that we also discovered that he has withdrawn an application for a second assisted living home here in Green Valley. He had applied with the Arizona Department of Health Services for the licensure, and he's pulled that application. We have no idea if that's going to impact the home in Country Club Estates.
Okay, and just to clarify that, actually that second home is in the town of Sahuarita, and it used to be a care home he was remodeling it, renaming it, and planned to reopen it, but now they have withdrawn their permits. So we will keep trying to get a hold of Mr. Meyer, and we'll keep following this case. Thank you for joining us on 5 Minutes with the Newsroom.